Isaiah chapter 24, verse 10. The city of confusion is broken down. Every house is shut up that no man may come in. There is a crying for wine in the streets. All joy is darkened. The mirth of the land is gone. Call Allah Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shah by Hashem Rakakadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone who rule well and teach well. Shalom to the whole elect men that scattered abroad, pushing his truth without sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth. And also shalom to you very few sincere sisters that's taking heed and getting in order in these last days, right? I know, brother, I'm one coming through the video. Low one's edifying. All right, do not disturb the already on. Okay. I had just seen the clip, just wanted to just, touch upon it, right? Because, our what's been going on lately is heavy with the WWE topic. But this one little small clip just, I came across my was it Instagram or Facebook, one of them, but I wanted to bring it up with the scriptures because the thing is, like, we're seeing a transition right now. We're seeing a major transition, right? We're seeing the pride. We're seeing the pride from these females, right? We call them females, right? We seeing them going from on this high pedestal to they ain't shit. Well, they ain't never been shit for real. Especially out here in Atlanta, But you're seeing them starting to cry now, right? Beg, right? So you have what's her name? Simone. Slashing. And the book of Proverbs 16:18 states this, man. It's what we try to tell these females, man. Right? It's time to humble down because the Lord is he's definitely judging. Everyone that thought they was in that prideful spirit, they're coming out of that prideful spirit, man. The Lord is breaking them down. Right? And then you got a simp ass nigga like Academic times and pray for this queen, right? Praying for these hoes, man. Right? And then for more edification, right, when you define the word queen in the etymology online, just simply go back to the root word of queen with Quean, which means prostitute, man. And that's what a lot of these women are. A man gotta buy my time. He gotta do this and that third with money. Money will make them move, And like I said, once again, especially out here in Atlanta, money will make these females move, man. But thing is, right, that small little portion from Isaiah 24:11 is all joy is darkened. The mirth of the land is gone. Right? In the NLT, it says, mobs gather in the streets crying out for wine. Joy has turned to gloom. See how fast it is? Because this rulership is over with, man. This rulership is over with. Esau Edom is done dealing with the nigger woman, right? The woman in general. He's cutting them off, right? At one point in time, he was getting all these benefits and, just soaking up all the benefits in America, right? Now this man has turned you away, right? Now y'all going through it. Right, let me play this clip right quick. It's lucky for the yawning.
He can't have a 9 to 5.
What? Why not? You don't want to have an honest job?
I mean, he could be a hustling entrepreneur.
So you want him to be you want CEO status?
Yes.
Okay, he can't clock in and clock out.
No.
Damn, be Simone.
Just my finances. Like, the budgeting, you see how I am. Nitpicking every little thing. I've never been like that. We were in Bloomingdale's yesterday. I'm like, we have to go to H&M. I just don't have it, like, to spend. The liquid.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So it's just the funny thing is, like I said, once again, like just being in the city and growing up in the city, moving around in the city, right? the hoes that be talking all this money shit, right? Saying that man got to do this and the third. Bro, them hoes be broke as fuck. Promise. Hoes be broke. I done dealt with a couple of beautiful women, you know, and they in that bracket of 6 figs easily. You know, money don't even come up in the conversation, right? They just want to see your presence, right? That's enough right there. They willing to cover the finances. That's how much, you know, that's how valuable you is in their eyesight, man. You know, like I said, I've seen this personally, dealt with it personally, you know. So it'd be funny that the Lord just, you know, humbling these broke bitches, bro. Because really, they always been broke, but now the Lord just pretty much, you know, he doubling down, man. You know. So, you know, with her, hey, matter of fact, let me grab the scripture right quick, because this ain't going to be no long lesson at all anyway. This the book of Proverbs, 16, verse 18. It reads, pride goes before destruction, and a haughty spirit before a fall. Right? Because this is what they do. They a lot of females, right? The females, they call out, man. You know, oh, y'all broke the whole time. Bro, you know when you know the scoop, you just know the scoop. And hey, man, right? But, you know, I'm going to just keep it at that, right? When you know the scoop on these females, when you really get in with them, and me personally, right? Brothers may see it different, but right? Hey, but honestly, when these folks want to make sure you're making money, this and that, the third, is because they know they broke. They don't have no money, so they want to look like they winning. They want to keep up with the Jones. You know, so that's why they want to make sure that, oh, this nigga got to be making this and that, the third. You know, because the whole time they really be broke. You know. Excuse me. It says pride go before destruction, and a haughty spirit before a fall, and that's what we're seeing right now. We're seeing, right, the hopefully elect men, right. We're seeing the Lord raise us up, right, and now we're seeing the females, they're falling, right. That's why the scripture right here is so heavy. Pride go before destruction, right. You have a lot of females out here that's talking crazy. The man got to do this and that and the third. You know, he got to bring this and that the third to the table. And while on the other end, she's saying she is the table. You know, all kind of madness, man. You know, so the Lord is just, hey, man, he's bringing these creatures down, these females down. You know, and I had that word mirth pulled up. I'm going to pull that up in the second definition. Shoot. Right, so the word for mirth, right, because it said the mirth of the land is gone, right? We're in a time of war right now, right? We're in a time of a transition from the old, we're in a transition from the old way of living to this NWO, right? So with that being said, the changes are real heavy, right? And people are not able to what's the word? I'm gonna rephrase it, Slakia. Excuse me. Orange juice got me burping like hell, Slakia. But I'm gonna rephrase it, right? Right, scripture says the mirth of the land is gone. Right, we're in a time of war, right? It's getting worse and worse and worse each and every day. Right, things are getting tighter for us, like financial situations. You know, so how you thought that wiggle room that you thought that you had at one point in time is not there no more. You know, so, especially with these women. Right. She said she used to go to Bloomingdale's. You know what I'm saying? But her finances so fucked up. She said she had to go to H&M. And really, honestly, all they wouldn't be doing that shit, bro. They shop at H&M, Shein, right? A whole outfit be $10.13. You know what I'm saying? You know? So I ain't gonna lie, someone put that shit on. You know, but The point is, the scripture says the mirth of the land is gone, right? And you see how quick the Lord, the Lord is we're in that time of humbling, right? The Lord is humbling these women on a major scale, right? Let me play this one more time. Because it's funny to me, man. It's funny to us, right? Because, hey, we're trying to warn these females, man. You need to humble down.
He can't have a 9 to 5.
What? Why not?
See? And the thing about it, she said he can't have a 9 to 5, right? A man that's trying to stay out the way, right? And that's the thing about it. And they go to show you these women are really just set up to be a 2/3, you know? Because a lot of the hopefully elect is 9 to 5ers. You know what I'm saying? We're not in that lifestyle no more. We don't care for that lifestyle no more, that fast money. You know? That's not how you're going to be able to serve the Lord. Yahweh Shem Yahushua. You know? We going to clock in. We gonna pop our little shit, you know, complain while we on the clock. We going to go home and do it again. You know what I'm saying? The next day. You know? We just trying to occupy until Yahweh Shah comes, right? The correct way, according, you know, lawfully, consciously and righteously, you know. So yeah, it goes to show you that AD female, he's the same female that's saying, oh, he can't have no 9 to 5. Hey, real soon, right? These women gonna be looking for those men that was a 9 to 5, right? A man that was tucked away, you know, chilling. I can't wait, man. Isaiah 4:1 finna be crazy. Right? Jacob's trouble gonna be crazy, right? Isaiah 4:1 gonna play a part in it, you know. But it's gonna be real funny to you know, for brothers just to be like, nah, bitch, I'm straight on you. You ain't it. I'm straight. You know, we gonna, hey, bro, we gonna be turning on a lot of women. You know, a lot of women gotta be turned down. Right? 2/3 is damn near all. Right? Keep on.
You don't want to have an honest job?
I mean, he could be a hustling entrepreneur.
So you want him to be you want CEO status?
Yes.
Okay, he can't
So
he can't clock in and clock out.
No.
Damn,
I
be
think
Simone.
And that's their problem. They want top of the top of the top, but they mileage be 100,000 miles. Their mileage be like a damn Honda, man. That's why these females they through. And that's why, like I said, we don't feel sorry that she's, you know, it shows the before clip and then the after clip she crying and shit because her finances. We don't care for that, man.
Just my finances. Like, the budgeting, you see how I am. Nitpicking every little thing. I've never been like that. We were in Bloomingdale's yesterday. I'm like, we have to go to H&M. I just don't have it, like, to spend. The liquid.
Yeah.
See, that is Yahweh Shem Yahushua bringing these females down, man, bro. You know I'm gonna close out with the book of Isaiah, right? You know, and for you sisters, so-called Negroes, Latina, Native, right, women, right? This is high time to, you know, come out of that mindset of the cares of this world. Excuse me. Right, because it's only gonna get worse from here. Right, you already seen that Trump then crossed off the Section 8. You know what I'm saying? All those benefits. Right, the teats, you know, the teats. Yeah, Slocking. We're gonna read it anyway, but the teats, right? You know, these programs for y'all. Right, the Lord is just humbling. This is Isaiah 32, verse 9. Rise up, ye women that are at ease. Hear my voice, ye careless daughters. Give ear unto my speech. Right? Because the thing about it, you need to listen to the servants, the prophets. Right? Us men are trying to help you go the right way towards salvation. Right? Because honestly, you know, looking at this clip, right? B. Simone got the spirit of Lot's wife. Right? She's trying to look back. You know, if the shot was there, and she could go back and get some extra bread, she would do it. You know. Many days and years shall you be troubled. Ye careless women, for the venture shall fail and the gathering shall not come, right? This system's finna collapse. You know, and these women still worrying about trying to live it up and they finances, right? We come to a time of Jacob's trouble. It says, tremble ye women that are at ease. Be troubled, ye careless ones. Strip you and make you bare and gird sackcloth upon your loins. Right? They shall lament for the teats, for the pleasant fields, for the fruitful vine. Right? You know, and that's what these women are going to be doing. They're going to be crying and weeping, you know, for some type of security, some type of stableness, right? But hey, these women are finna go. They going in a straight spiral decline, you know. But yeah, I ain't had too much on this. I'm gonna just close out with that. Just had to bring this out in the midst of, you know, this WW3 situation, and Lord willing, be able to come back with a video, you know, just touching up on the WW3, right? But I'm gonna close out. Lord willing, this was edifying. I'm gonna give our honor, glory, and praises to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shah, by Hashem Kakadash. Hey, shalom to the elder and apostle, great millstone. Shalom to you, hopefully like men, and shalom to you, very few sincere sisters, right? That's taking heed, right, to these messages and getting in order in these last days, right? Till the next time, shalom.